Hey, what's up, BlerdTalk listeners? It's your girl, No Tagline Wit here. We've had a circumstance where things didn't quite come together for our second episode of April. Sorry we missed our usual Thursday drop, but we did want to make sure we got you guys 2 episodes a month as we try to promise. So, we're bringing you a rerun. This is actually a rerun of our 50th episode. And since we did Monkey Man in our first episode of April, we figured we'd kind of keep that theme going with movies based out of India. So this one's a Tollywood Indian movie, the historical action film RRR, Rise, Roar, Revolt. And this was an awesome movie. So here we come with that intro. So sit back and enjoy this rerun.
Yeah. You won't break my son. I'm telling you. You know what's so funny? When I heard the Beyonce song, somebody was like, release your job. They're like, hold on. Miss Beyonce has billions, so she can release her job.
I can't release my job.
He was like, don't y'all go out there quitting your job. Somebody said it on Twitter or something, or Instagram, and I was like dying of laughter. I was like, oh my God. Because it's like, release your job. I'd be like, we don't got that Beyonce billion.
Nah.
We ain't releasing no job.
Maybe I haven't listened to the song enough. Is that what she's saying?
Yeah. It's the guy that's pumping her up. You know, the pump up guy in the beginning.
The hype
release
man.
your job. Release your job. Release your shirt. He says release your job. And so you're just like, So the memes went out like, don't do it.
I don't know if you a good influencer.
Exactly. But I like the guy on there. He'd be like, release the shirt. Forget the rest. That's how he says his ending little line. But he does say release your job in there. And you're just like, Somebody.
Well, people like their job, so there you go.
Somebody hung on to that, be like, you don't got that Beyonce bill.
Nah.
You better never release that job until you got another.
If she wants to release all that billions, it's the foundation of Shola Hanson. Thank you.
Make a nonprofit real quick.
Shit.
Release a mill.
That was good, Bola. That was good.
I like what you said, Shola, because each time that my family feeds me for free, I'm like, thank you for your contributions to the Feed of Whitney Foundation.
Exactly. Man. Shit.
Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girls, TripleFQueen Bola.
No Tagline Whitney.
And we have a special guest in the house.
Oh yeah.
It's my lovely older sister.
Why have you go down?
Because you are.
Oh, okay. Well,
my lovely older sister, Shawshi.
How you doing, people? How you doing? How you feeling?
AKA Shola.
AKA Shawshi, because that's how she named me sometimes.
Okay, fine. I mean, her real name is Shola.
I'm super excited, y'all. We've been trying to get her on here forever. It's been months.
Ever.
It's true.
We didn't do Eternals because of you. You know that?
Oh, you haven't done Eternals yet?
Yeah.
No,
we haven't done Eternals yet.
Shoot, I'm ready.
I don't even know we want to now.
Yeah, it might be a little late now.
I really want to do Bullet Train. I want to watch that.
I ain't watching Bullet Train.
Just because it looked interesting.
I don't really care for Brad Pitt like that.
I mean, but it looked interesting. Anyway, we don't know what we're going to do next. But anyway, so you guys, this is the new episode. We in August, y'all. Summer months.
Oh, yeah.
And we are going to be talking about something really good. Something with fire. Just to match the heat outside.
Fire and water.
Who's that?
Oh, yeah, actually. With water, Whitney.
Oh, yeah.
What you mean, who's that? It's the topic for today.
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
It's cool. And we're going to be talking about RRR, the Tollywood, as in Telugu, Hollywood film. I consider it a historical fantasy. Whitney thinks it's what?
Historical fiction, yes.
So we're going to debate later, y'all. But anyway, it's one of the blockbuster hit movies of like all over the
3
place.
hours long, but it's worth it.
Yes.
I don't know why, y'all, but every time it seems that I watch a Bollywood movie, I don't know why I always, but before the end of the movie, have tears running down my face.
Oh, yeah. They're so emotional, so great.
I was crying all the time.
One day I just want to analyze them. Like, what do they do that just get you?
It's the emotions.
Something. It is something, y'all. I feel like with Asian cinema, because that goes into my blurred out, but I'll get into it because I have a blurred out that's another Asian culture, and it's an anime movie that I watched this morning.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you guys have to watch it, but we're gonna get into it later.
Okay.
But it's something about the Asian, like something about the emotional impact. Like, I don't know. We'll talk about it later. But first, y'all, we are going to do topics in Blackness.
But before we get to topics in Blackness, I have a question.
What's the question?
You said Telugu Bollywood.
Oh.
Please explain.
Okay,
I
so
am not
because
familiar.
of the culture. Okay, so y'all, this is the first time we're doing like a Bollywood film, right, Whitney?
Yeah, this is the
And
first
I
one.
recommended it. I recommended it.
I think we should go back and
Shola.
also do some classics as well.
Yes, we should do some
'cause there's so many
classics because there's some
Kabi Kushi
fire.
Kabi Ga.
Oh, yes. Oh, my God.
Thank you.
I was bawling
Don't
my
forget
eyes
Krish.
out on Kabi Kushi Kabi
Chris
Ga.
was their first attempt at a superhero film before these
all
Marvel
these
movies started
Marvel,
coming
yes,
out.
yes.
So Chris was good. Well, Chris was pretty good.
Chris
Yeah,
is very
it
good.
was.
So
Chris
and they
was
have
good.
Hero Punty, which is like another superhero one.
I haven't seen that one.
It has Tiger Shroff, the hottie with a body. Y'all need to look at some of these Bollywood stars.
They are
fire,
looking
hot.
fun.
Ranveer Singh.
I mean, we haven't gotten there yet, but in RRR, I was like, this is just thirst trapping all
yes,
day
you guys
long.
were so good
It
looking.
was so...
Anyway, let me answer Whitney's question.
Okay, that's right.
Sorry, because we be going off topic.
Okay.
When we get to the hot guys, y'all know I'm there. Flirt with the Mert. Anyway, I don't know what Mert. I'm not a stalker. Anyway, but with, because like Nigeria, hey Shawshi, hey, you got 2 Nigerians here. Sorry, Whitney, you're outnumbered.
Well,
But like Nigeria, India has a ton of languages, right?
Yes.
And so this film, even though on Netflix, RRR is streaming, and its original language that you hear is Hindi, but the original language that the movie was filmed in is Telugu. So it's been dubbed, but it was dubbed by the actors who play the part, so you don't really notice the difference.
Interesting. I did kind of notice that because I'm like, why do their lips look like they're not quite in
Yes.
sync
And it's
on
because
the part where they're speaking in
And I was telling
Hindi.
them when we watched the movie that yes, that they change it because Hindi is more universal for everybody to understand.
No, they just do the dub. They just
No, because
do
you can't
dubs.
find the Telugu in Netflix, and I couldn't find it also on
Yeah,
Amazon
that one
either.
didn't get the Telugu version didn't get licensed or something.
Because there's actually more parts to the movie than on the Telugu than it is on the Hindi one.
Interesting.
Really?
Yeah, there's
So
a
some
part when he running one day he lift him up and they're holding each other, and then America being America changing and like, oh, this would have been a very good gay movie compared to a B.
Why would it? No.
That's what people have made. It's a big thing on Twitter about that too.
Interesting. But anyway, so because they have different regions with different languages and they really grow strong, and the languages are like, the southern languages are like so different from the Hindi and the northern
so
languages.
beautiful.
So they have their own little Bollywood. So, but they call it Tollywood with a T because the language is Telugu. They also have Tamil, which starts with T as well, but they consider all of them Tollywood because they was like, those languages are like from the same family. As opposed to the Hindi, Urdu languages.
That's very interesting because, like, when I clicked on it on Netflix, it was like RRR in Hindi, and I'm like, why did they say in Hindi? And then as I watched it, I'm like, I feel like they dubbed this.
Yes,
Exactly, yes.
Like Bahubali is another fantasy
Exactly.
fiction. That one is also Tollywood. Its original language is the Telugu language, but they dubbed it in Hindi because Hindi's more widespread and it matches all the other films that are on there. So they
True.
wanted you to watch the film, but they didn't put it in the Telugu language.
But technically,
Actually,
in their
the Telugu
own
version
language,
is available for Bahubali.
No, that is available,
That is
and it actually sounds
available.
more better in their original language than it does in Hindi. No offense, it's just that they enunciate the words they want more powerful in their language because that's what they speak in.
What I like is because Hindi's so widespread that people that speak a non-main language like Telugu or like a
They speak
news
that
language,
too.
our friend, the Indian friend Anu speaks Malayalam. A lot of them know Hindi as well. So the original actors for RRR, they actually dubbed this themselves, their own voices, so it matches a little bit better
I was actually
than just
quite
having a
scared
different
about
actor.
that part too. I'm not gonna lie because I thought that I was like, oh no. So if that beautiful voice of both of them, of Beam and what's his name, what's the other one, Rama, if that wasn't their voice, I'd be so disappointed. But so thank God it was their voice, and then just beautiful.
Sexy men. They can speak English too. So I watched the interview this morning for
beautiful.
them,
And
they can
then
speak
the one
English.
that plays Beam, he sings too. It's awesome. Follow for me. Okay.
It was kind of interesting because, like, the English parts were synced, but the actual language, I was like, this is very different from what I'm used to.
That's what they do and they dub.
Sure.
Okay, so we're gonna get more into. Apparently, y'all see, we loving the film. We want to really get into it. So we're gonna get into all of it, all the juice later, and our love of the Bollywood. And if you are not a blurred that knows anything about Bollywood, here is my opening for you guys. Y'all need to just go ahead, check this film out.
Netflix.
Bahubali as well. You check this one out. They're all
Yes.
on Netflix. Just like search it. Like if you need some references, we'll tell
RRR
you.
is easy for people because it's like 3 letters. You probably need to give some help with the spelling.
Yeah,
You know what?
you're right.
We'll put it in the show notes. We'll put it in the show
That's true.
Because people be like, "What is she? How do you? I don't even know."
What did she say? No, I'm sorry. No need to make fun of anyone language. Okay. All right. So first, we're gonna get into a segment that we have to talk about this topic because it's just fire. All of you I know have seen the new trailer for Black Panther.
Yes.
Wakanda Forever.
Wakanda Forever, exactly. And so as soon as that trailer dropped from Comic-Con, it became like the night of, it became like a huge trending topic.
Seriously.
And it also became a what? Topic in Blackness.
It's been like 40 episodes since we've had a topic in Blackness.
Okay, so we're going to bring it back when it needs to come back. And this time it needs to come back.
You don't want to stretch for it if it's not.
Exactly.
Sure.
And black people are talking about this. Like, I was surprised at how much media, tweets, images, shows, podcast episodes were generated just off of this one trailer. The discussion points were fire everywhere. I mean, I was listening to podcasts, I was listening to reviews, people were crying, I was watching tweets, I was watching Instagram. It just became
it's really something.
Mega.
I had like an opinion at first. Like my opinion initially was do not recast T'Challa because I'm like Chadwick Boseman was so awesome as it and it would be honoring him. But then, like, I read an article about
Was it by EMan Reviews? Because he's the one that started the Recast T'Challa movement.
I don't even know. It came up in my, you know how Google just knows me. So it just came up in, like, the things like, oh, you might like this. And I'm like, oh, I read it.
They get me too.
Yeah. So I read it, and he was talking about, like, you think about the character Peter Parker. If the actor for Peter Parker died, he was like, they would never kill off the character of Peter Parker. And I'm
Look
like,
how many iterations of him we have.
He makes a really good point. But, you know, we do have a lot of iterations, but they're still in their own universe. This is the same universe. So it's a little bit different. I mean, they could have, you know, now that we've got all multiverse of madness and all this multiverse stuff going on, yeah, they could do it that way. But, like, it's a little bit different to just recast them if you don't have something like the multiverse going on. Similar to, like, the Bewitched thing where they just...
Oh, my gosh.
I disagree, but I'm going to let Shawshi look like she has something to say.
Because then if you really look at it, really, you know how they had different people, but then when someone said that they can be different people that have the same power, what if they just go to another universe and bring it?
That's what she's saying, the multiverse, yeah.
It
could be a multiverse T'Challa that looks different. That's an option.
That would be awesome.
But the whole here's the whole debate, really.
But they killed T'Challa.
People want to honor Chadwick Boseman, and he's deserving of honor. We all love him. We all miss him. In fact, this trailer is very emotional because they had his image. In fact, EMan, who made the Recast T'Challa movement, I watched. Y'all go listen to his podcast on, not his podcast, but he was on Black Nerd Girls podcast. I'm gonna just put it in the show notes.
Yeah.
But the episode, they did a whole episode on just this trailer, and they had him there, and they were discussing, and he made some valid points that even he didn't like the image of Chadwick being put in the trailer because he's like, you guys are using his image for promotional purposes. He's like, yo, let's not do that. And I don't have a problem.
I don't think
to me that was extra. Yeah. I don't have a problem with it.
I don't have a problem with it. I think it's about intent. It's like intent. I feel like they were trying to honor him.
If you really look at it,
that was his opinion, though.
To him anyway.
That was his opinion. He was like, let's not use his image for marketing because he was like, this is a marketing piece. But his main thing was like, I want to honor T'Challa. I mean, I want to honor Chadwick Boseman. But he's like, T'Challa is the only black superhero we have right now. He's like, this is like another black man being killed. Like
in all the scary movies.
You killed him off during the snap, during the Infinity War.
Seriously.
And like now you're killing T'Challa again. And you're just like, why does the black superhero have to always die? And he was like, it's not about not honoring Chadwick. It's about letting T'Challa, the character, live on.
Exactly.
And let somebody else take up the mantle. Yeah, the Black Panther mantle can change to somebody else because, you know, Black Panther can be chosen. But it's like T'Challa himself is a rounded, awesome character that everybody loved. It's like, why do we have to kill him off?
And he has so much storyline to give still.
And exactly. There's so much more we could have done with his character.
Movie with him.
Well, he was in Infinity War. And then he came back in Endgame once the snap came back.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like,
he was also in the Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
That's
but
true.
He's only there that was only for him to kill that guy for doing what he did.
I actually don't know where I come down on this now.
Well, you remember from our BlerdCon talk, you were like, no, we're not recasting. And I was like, this is my unpopular opinion.
Now, because my original opinion was to not recast him to like honor Chadwick's.
Mine was too.
But after like reading the article and stuff, I'm like, he's got a point. Like, Chad, like, and what they say? They said his family would probably want it recast.
Yeah, that's what they said.
And that's
wife.
probably
His wife
true.
said.
And it's like, and I see both sides. There's people who are like, he played it so well, and it would be like honoring him, like hanging up the jersey or whatever. But on the other side, people are like, it's the only black superhero character. But it's like they're not trying to kill off the black superhero character. The actor died, and they're trying to figure out how to be respectful.
Mm-hmm.
But I think respecting him would be letting. Okay, here's my whole main point. Chadwick Boseman himself was so like adamant and like excited about this that even if you look at the video, I watched the whole video when they premiered this at Comic-Con.
Mm-hmm.
So I saw the awesome thing they did where they had the African singer come in and bring in and hype up the crowd, and then they talked about everything.
Yeah.
Where the Ryan Coogler himself was like, Chadwick was so excited about this that he was pressing down on his shoulder, and that he's like, he couldn't lift his arm because Chad himself was like, he was so strong. He was so happy, excited about Black Panther just coming out.
Exactly.
When it first came out, he was adamant about this character coming forward. And I know that Chadwick, even though this thing was happening to him, that's why I think he didn't even talk about his actual issue, because he's like, this character needs to come to life. He knew what it would do. I don't think he would want it to die just because he died.
But
I agree with you, but
yeah.
I just think that I understand both sides, which is why I don't know. I wouldn't be mad if they recast him. I would have probably been upset
recast
before.
Dumbledore? I'm just saying.
Exactly.
They did. But this is a black character, the first black superhero, so with a big studio, they're like, oh, we're going to come down on this. Because
honestly, if this was back in the day, they would have recast him. Like, they would not have thought of anything of it. I feel like
America's
if it was
been
earlier,
soft.
But because of the impact of this, I understand. I do understand.
I mean, if you see, they
do.
replace Power Rangers all the time.
Ain't nobody talking about Power Rangers, girl.
That was awesome.
Oh my God! Speaking of,
totally
I'm
different.
sorry, tangent, but I am just so excited about how my nephews are into Power Rangers and
Yes.
not all these newfangled things where I'm like, who are these people? They're like on Netflix. We bring it up and you got like 3 different Power Rangers. They're like,
Yes.
no, I want that one, Mighty Morphin. I'm like, yes, thank you.
And I just found out that how we have in like first I also found out that Zach only had like 4 fingers. That was I did not know.
Oh my God, yes. The person that played Black Ranger,
if you
Zach.
watched the
Oh
stuff,
my God, he only has 4
like,
fingers.
He only has 4 fingers there.
I had no idea. Just like I had no idea that Richard Roshan had an extra thumb.
Exactly, and then also like how in the reason why the Yellow Ranger didn't have a skirt is because in the Japanese one it was a boy playing, and that's why he doesn't have a skirt, and that's why they kept it there for America. But I thank God, I mean, they let her have a skirt for once. I mean, I always wanted the Yellow Ranger to have a skirt because I couldn't stand Pink Ranger.
I don't think we need to have a skirt. Like, now, granted, Utena wore it very well. She had the whole, like, it was like the Prince uniform, but it kind of had like a skirt thing. I was like, that's wearing it very well.
This is what happens when nerds go down tangents. Can we come back to T'Challa? We have other things to discuss.
Sorry.
Okay.
My bad.
All right. So with the Black Panther trailer, another thing is, I'm like, who's going to be Black Panther then? We all saw the trailer. We all saw that there is a Black Panther person coming back, but like, who's in the suit? There's so much debate about this. Theories, people are hoping it's this. Everyone knows that in the comics, Shuri does take over. But some people are like, with Letitia's right, all the issues that were going on.
Because she said she's
her
not coming
health
back.
also,
She said she's not gonna come back.
quite small.
Yeah, and it's
I
a
don't
shame
know.
because honestly, I know that Letitia Wright has had her issues, but she plays the character very well.
She
I
does.
don't
She was
deny
my
that.
favorite.
I still like
she
her.
and
I still
Okoye
love
were
her.
like my favorite characters
Exactly.
in Black Panther, to be honest. I mean, I love Chadwick Boseman. He was
I
awesome,
know,
but the women were just like
The women were
doing the
fine.
dang
And
thing.
honestly, this look based on the trailer, this looked like the women
It's
gonna be taking
supposed
over
to be a-
again.
Yes, and it's so awesome to see so many powerful, wonderful
Black women.
just doing the
Seriously.
daggone thing.
Superheroes. Okoye was holding
And
it
then
down
like
while
other
everybody was
cultures
done.
too, because you're looking at like the Namor people, and you see like
There's some women there,
a
too.
woman warrior, and you're like, okay, I see y'all.
Okay, so my theories were, or what I really hope is that just they surprise us and let Nakia be the Black Panther that's in
Nah,
that
ain't
suit.
gonna be it.
So it's either gonna be Shuri that everybody knows of. I'm thinking I would love it if it was Nakia that took over.
It would be. She was looking at the very beginning of the trailer with that outfit, the
Yeah,
suit or
you
whatever.
just
She
don't
was
know
like,
what
that is
her-
fire. I
You just
love
don't
that.
know what her role is gonna be. Like I'm really
maybe
curious
that- if
because I
that-
didn't know she was gonna be in the second one.
Well, she's going to. Well, we
I honestly
we
didn't know
knew.
because her character and then her and him and her. She's a war dog, so she gets sent out. So it's like this is
like
a
a spy.
Wakanda.
But he died, so she has to come back.
We don't even know she was blipped. Honestly, we don't know.
Oh, that's right. We don't even know she
you're
blipped.
right. You're
That's
right.
why-
I think there's 2 Black Panthers.
Okay, tell us why.
I think we're gonna be very surprised. Of course, I really feel like we're gonna be surprised.
Okay. Can I interrupt you for a second?
Hold on.
Do you?
Let me talk. This is my first time here.
Okay.
I also believe that Shuri will wear the suit and then give it back to somebody else.
Okay, so are you saying there's going to be two people playing the one suit at one time? Or you think there's going to be two different Black Panthers?
They're going to be two different Black Panthers. She got the gold. Because if you really look at it, really.
So you think another one's just going to pop up?
I think there's going to be another one there. I think we're going to be surprised because I think maybe we have a new character and we might not know. Because you know what? I also feel like they're not going to take away Black Panther. I feel like
they won't.
That's
they won't. It's just T'Challa, the character T'Challa.
Which I'm okay if they can replace it with somebody, but Black Panther should still be played. T'Challa, okay, he can go.
No, that's not the issue. Everybody knows Black Panther is not gonna. As you can see in the trailer, another Black Panther is coming up. We just talking about T'Challa, the character. That's the main issue.
Well, I'm okay with T'Challa going.
Oh my god, that's the whole debate. Is the character T'Challa? Like that's the whole issue.
I know, but this is what I'm saying.
The suit can be passed on.
I just think
Black Panther can be passed on. Okay. It's not like the other people where Thor. Well, apparently after Love and Thunder, Thor can be passed on too. But
thank you, Bella, for telling me the storyline. Because I didn't watch the movie.
Well, you saw in the trailer that she was gonna become Thor, so that's not a spoiler. Yes, you did. The trailer, you see her.
It was even in like the Comic Cons and stuff with her with the hammer, her becoming the mighty Thor.
The power of Thor can be passed on. That's what I'm saying. You see them both in the movie as Thor.
When was this?
Just forget it. Let's go back.
So,
anyway, Whitney,
everyone,
what is your
if you haven't watched Thor, don't you know? Now you know. Now you know.
Oh my god!
She also told me what happened too.
Oh my gosh! Okay.
Speaking of, we should put in that
spoiler.
The Instagram story. I don't know if it was a story or I don't know about Instagram, y'all. Both does all that stuff.
Yeah.
But what's his name from that we first saw at Blerd, that we know of him because of BlerdCon, the black dude.
William? Matt?
No, not William. I know William. The black dude who did the thing on who's gonna be the next Black Panther, and he was like, or this piece of trash.
Who was that? Oh, was it a podcast? Was it a podcast?
No, it was an Instagram thing.
Oh yeah. Okay. The guy that used to come to BlerdCon.
Yeah. Apparently he was there. He just didn't do a panel. He was there, like,
where was he?
In like the artist alley. So he was like,
I didn't even see him that whole weekend.
I didn't either. He might have had somebody else like manning the booth while he went out and socialized.
He thought Killmonger was a piece of trash. Yeah. He's hoping
we
that
need to put that in the show notes because that was hilarious.
I'm gonna share that video with y'all.
I'm
hoping that it's to end topics in blackness. I'm still on the Recast T'Challa bent. I'm still on it. There's some valid points about it, and I just think it's really about prolonging a male character in the MCU because, like you said, Peter Parker has so many iterations. There's a bunch of people that have played Peter Parker. There's only one person who plays T'Challa. They killed him off so many times. Like, it's ridiculous.
But it's also different for Peter Parker because Peter Parker's in different universes. Like, the only reason that we had multiple ones were because, like, the multiverse crossover thing. It's not like they recast him, like, in the same universe.
Because the one that Andrew Garfield, he was
they
with,
said
what's his name?
The other two are not in the same universe.
Yeah,
I understand.
Yeah, so it's different. It's
I
different.
understand.
They essentially rebooted it each
Doctor
time.
Strange should just get another T'Challa and bring him over here.
True that.
Since he did, that's what he did for.
And
all
then
the
What
ones.
If? I like What If, and they turned what I know you didn't watch What If. You should.
I'm going to.
I love that he played like Peter Quill's character, so it was like, what if they didn't snatch Quill? They snatched T'Challa from Earth.
Oh yeah.
And then he became
the
black
so
swag
cool.
space dude.
That's
I
hilarious.
loved it so much. Anyway.
I loved that, and I loved how Thanos was in there. He was like, "My plan would work." He was like, "Nah, dude, that's straight up genocide, though."
Exactly. So, but anyway, just to wrap this up, where are y'all on the end of this?
I don't even know where I am at this point.
I feel like I'm in the middle.
Yeah, I feel like
you just said you ain't care.
Well, that's exactly what I'm about to say now.
I'm going to say the same thing. I'm going to be good either way because I think either way it's going to be awesome. I feel like they probably have already made the decision to not.
Oh, they did. They already did, but it was because a lot of fans. I mean, there's a literal petition signed by millions of people. Mm-hmm. So I don't know if the creators took that into consideration when they made that thing. But basically, what I've heard was that Kevin Feige, once we found out that Chadwick Boseman had died, he like called up Ryan Coogler, and then there's another guy who is also like the two people deciding that. And he said that I don't know how to move forward. He's like, I'm gonna leave it to you guys. Whatever you guys decide to do with the future, the Black Panther and everything, he's like, I'm gonna leave it up to you. So he did leave it up. So this is Ryan Coogler and them and the team that does Black Panther. This is their decision, and they immediately was like, we're not gonna recast T'Challa. And so people were upset. And like I said, this petition is real. It's still alive and active.
That he left it to Coogler.
I did too.
Yeah,
That's the good thing about Feige. He's leaving it to the people, the world, to build the worlds. The Black people handling this, or the Asian people handling Shang-Chi. He's giving, or the Asian.
Did you hear about Shang-Chi too?
What you talking about, Shang-Chi?
What's Simi wrote yesterday night at 1:00 on Twitter,
saying they're not going to do the Christmas special.
They're not going to do the Christmas special, and people were ragging on him badly.
Why is he not going to do a Christmas special?
Because people was like, "Why are you're not struggling?" Something. It was really bad. Like people like, take it down, take that comment down. I don't know.
Wait,
it was a big thing.
Said he's not going to do the Christmas special.
No, they canceled it.
Oh, well, that's MCU then, right? That's
I don't
Feige
know,
and them.
but it was a big thing for him on, and he wrote in caps, and then people were like, "You need to stop crying like a baby."
I don't feel like he was crying because it seemed like he was. It seemed like he was being funny about it.
Thank you. I thought it was something funny.
I was like,
I missed this.
It sounded like he was trying to do it to like the tune of "Thank
you. And I thought. And then I was like, why are people tripping on him like this? And like, it was bad, like the Twitter comment. Yeah. But again, Twitter is just full of nasty people sometimes. It's just too much.
Just to end on the topic of Blackness,
but at the same time, I love it.
I'm not about the hate that people are giving about the movie. So some people are already like, we're not going to watch it.
You can't judge a book by its cover crap. Anyway.
Y'all know y'all going to watch that movie.
I full-heartedly believe that this is going to be a fire movie, and it probably will be based off of what we've seen already. It's going to be the best.
It's going to be fire because Chadwick Boseman was an awesome Black Panther, but the supporting character, like I said, my favorite characters was Okoye.
And the story.
Manny Okoye was my.
I love. Oh my God! What if M'Baku became the Bachelor? I just don't think they're gonna do it.
That booty right there is definitely
that was not his ass. That was not his ass. He's a big.
He got thick thighs for lies. You know what I'm saying? Thick thighs for lies.
Anyway, on that note, on thick thighs saves lives. We're gonna move into Blerd Out, and we're gonna let our guests go first. So what do you wait? Blerd out, blerd out, blerd out, blerd out. All right. So Shawshi, what are you blerding out about?
Oh yes. Okay. See, I watch a lot of BL dramas, right?
Please explain what BL is to the audience.
BL is called Boys Love. Boys Love. There you go.
Basically gay on boy
that's
action.
why I say Boys Love.
Okay.
Anyway, as I was saying, but I was really interrupted.
I need to stop.
Right now, it's our tied series that has another season coming. Thank you, Jesus. Anyway, it's about these two characters, one named Kin and a guy named Porsche. Kin is from a mafia family.
Can you tell us what the name of the drama is?
It's called KinnPorsche the Series.
Is it a webtoon manga or is it just a TV series?
It's a book first.
Oh, okay. So it's a book. Okay.
Yeah, I'm reading the book right now, but the book is more racier. So boom, there you go. But to be honest, the TV show was also good for real. So
what kind of TV? Like live action or is it like anime manga?
No, it's a live action.
Oh,
yeah.
It's a Thai drama.
It's a Thai drama.
So Thailand is the language.
Yes.
Thai is the language. Yes.
Okay.
I wish if people who watched BL is very big in Thailand, right? For like. It's been like that for years.
Actually,
right now.
BL is big in Asia too.
Seriously, to the point that it's kind of a little bit also toxic when they put the people together in real life, and then if someone sees them with someone else, even their girlfriend, they get hate bad. It's really terrible.
Well, we know Asian fans do too much. So.
As I was saying, KinnPorsche the series is very good. It's about mafia family, and then Porsche comes in there as his bodyguard after saving him from a whole bunch of people. So then you just see how they fall in love, get together. But to be honest, really, I love KinnPorsche, but my favorite people are Vegas and Pete. But I also know that the conflict of Vegas and Pete being together is quite...
Are these two more gay characters?
Yeah,
okay.
Vegas and Pete.
So there's like two couples in the...
Actually, there's three couples.
All of them are men?
All of them men.
Okay.
There you go. That's what's up. And then as I was saying... But I don't know. People need to watch it. It has a very good. It had 1 million views. It had it was trending on Twitter and everything for like 3 to 4 days, and then they just finished their tour.
Okay, cool.
And now they have a second season. Thank you, Jesus, because you know why? I need to know more.
And you said this is KinnPorsche?
KinnPorsche the series. It was good.
How you spell that?
Kinn Porsche. Porsh. I think I'm spelling it wrong. But once you put Porsche, it's Porsche, boom.
Okay,
but
so you're going to text us so we can know. Just text, so we'll put it in the show notes.
Yeah, it's awesome.
All right. Where can you watch it, though?
Oh, I have a website, but I can't say. Thank you. Okay.
So are they gonna have to like download Viki or something?
No, Vicky can't put that
We
shit
gotta
on
be
there.
legit. No fishy sites, man. No fishy
If
sites.
you just use ad blocker, you be okay. All
Just
I know,
so we
people,
know, BlerdTalk does not condone
watch it.
illegal activity.
It's not illegal. It's not illegal. It has a safe. It's a safe, secure website.
Okay. All right. So you guys look it up. Maybe you'll find a legitimate ways.
I mean, if you want the not legit. You know, the one I watched
Is it on
is also
Crunchyroll,
legit.
maybe?
It's on
Crunchyroll?
this IQYI. It's a Chinese
a Chinese streaming platform.
Yes.
Okay.
You can watch it there too.
Maybe you'll text us the website so they know where they can.
Yeah,
they
I'll
can
text
get
you
it.
the website. It's gonna be
right.
awesome. But I know you ain't going.
What is? I didn't say nothing. This is for our listeners to know what we're blurting out about.
Yes, but in KinnPorsche the series, watch it now, and
Okay. Thank you, Shawshi. All
it shall
right.
set you free.
Oh my God. All right.
Okay.
Anyway, Whitney, why don't you go next? Okay.
KinnPorsche.
What are you blurting out about?
What am I blurting out about? You know what? I'm trying. You know what? Okay, I do know. So I actually watched RRR this morning, right before the Jefferson Tea. So
Oh, really?
minor thing. I did. Yes.
The whole 3-hour movie you watched this morning?
Yeah, girl.
Oh wow.
So it's fresh. But yeah, so very minor thing. The Jefferson tea was very nice today.
It was beautiful.
Yes,
Yeah,
we just
that
came back
that
from the
was
tea,
very
y'all.
nice.
Y'all gonna check out the reels. I'm gonna make some reels.
Yeah,
yes.
y'all. But the thing I'm blurting out about is like when I finished watching RRR, which was on Netflix, they had like a little thing, which I was interested anyway because I like Neil Gaiman's stuff.
Oh,
that I
Sandman?
know. Yes.
Oh, yes.
I saw like the trailer for Sandman. I was
Yes.
like, this looks like
That looks
Oh,
good.
you're gonna have to show me the trailer. I know about Sandman because I used to work in a library. So I used to always see the Sandman comics.
Yeah.
And I know Neil Gaiman does a bunch of different stuff.
Yeah, he's really
But
good.
I still can't get down with American Gods. That one scene where the
The dude
Where
gets swallowed
the-
up by her.
it was weird to read.
Who's that?
Because
That
there
is
was a
weird.
prostitute.
A guy gets swallowed up by a woman's badge by
Yes.
one of
She
the
just
goddesses.
swallows him in her vagina. It was weird, and I was reading this, and I was like, I couldn't get past
reading,
it.
right?
It's
I was
very
reading the
weird,
book
but it's
because
still a
American
good
Gods is
show,
a
though.
book.
Yeah, I know. I heard it was a book. I thought
That
you were
was
watching it.
I
at
wasn't.
first.
No, I
It's
never
a
watched
show.
it.
Yeah, it's a show
They
on
probably showed that.
Stars.
Oh yeah. Oh wow.
They probably showed. And then the guy Orlando Brown, right? Orlando
Anansi.
Brown that came to BlerdCon. He's in American
Speaking
Gods.
of,
wow.
oh my God, Orlando Jones is like just so cool.
I heard he's very good in this.
He's a
He
true
plays
blur,
Anansi,
and
the-
he's so accessible. He's so cool. I've never seen like where they had like a special guest that was just out there with the people.
Yeah, he was chilling with us. I
He
was so.
was
I
just
remember I
out
saw him
there.
this close because he was in our room where I was having the first panel, and he was just
and
like
that made
hanging
me like
with
him
us.
even
It's really
more.
nice.
That he's like
I was
just
mad I didn't get my phone out.
willing to just go out there and like interact with people and just be cool.
So you're gonna post about the Sandman trailer because I haven't seen it. I'm gonna watch it afterwards.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
We'll
so
throw
it's
that
really
in the
good
show.
then, huh?
I've heard about it.
It looks
People
so
say it was-
cool.
a
It
lot of
looks
people
so
say it's
cool.
actually very
you know,
good.
after we're done recording, I'll throw it on so y'all can see the trailer.
Yes.
Oh, sweet, yes.
Yeah.
Also, what's coming out is the Lord of the Rings series. With
Yes,
with
I
the
watched
young,
that.
with
I
the
haven't
baby
seen-
Galadriel, not baby, but young Galadriel.
Oh,
I'm excited about that.
interesting.
Yeah, I think she-
because I
always
haven't
listen to
seen
her
any
story.
trailers. Thunder.
Feel the thunder. Lightning and the thunder. Yeah, join us, Shawshi. All right. So is that the only thing you're blurting out about right now?
That's my main thing. You said to keep it short, so I don't know.
You're right. I did. All right. So my blurt out is an anime film
Yes.
called Belle.
She watched it this morning, early
With
this
the
morning.
I
With the
also
ending
watched
E or without an ending E?
It's like the French Belle, so kind of like
okay.
the actual, kind of like the Beauty and the Beast
Beast
Belle
Belle,
because
yes.
it's.
Oh, okay.
I can't say that it's a
B-E-L-L-E.
take on Beauty and Beast, but it's like someone was inspired by Beauty and Beast, but it's not about a romance at all. But she's Belle, and there's a Beast also in the.
Interesting.
But the premise of this, I'm telling you, this is what we were talking about earlier about how emotional thing. When I remember Whitney recommended I watch Silent Voice.
Yes.
Which
So
was
good.
about deaf people, but it was an anime film.
Well, a
Japanese.
deaf girl.
Oh,
A deaf
wow.
girl. It was so beautiful, though. I cried.
was
Like it was
really
such an
touching.
awesome. This one is the same thing. Like I was up here sitting there crying like 6 a.m. because the show. Not only is the animation
very hard
so
for you to cry,
crisp,
too.
y'all. Like it was so lifelike. I thought I was looking at an actual. I had to do double takes at certain scenes because the progression and the technology and animation. I was like, am I looking at a real film?
I had to
Like,
watch that that?
Live action. It's so. I'll watch that mess again.
Okay.
What's it on?
It's about a girl. It's on HBO Max.
Okay.
And this is the dubbed version, so it's only you can only find the dubbed version because they really like the who's the let me get the guy. I think his name is Masood. Hold on, y'all. My bad. But the actor, the director, he wrote it as well. He wrote.
Wow.
He wrote it, and he also has another film called Mirai on Netflix that was actually Academy Award nominated for shorts or for film or animated film. And it's really, really good. Let me get his name real quick. But the Belle story is about a girl whose mother dies, and she's so depressed that she grows up kind of sad and everything. And then she used to sing when she was younger because her mom sang with the choir and everything. And the girl doesn't sing. But in this world, they have this big AI platform. This virtual reality place called You that uses biometrics. So it takes kind of like what's in you and what's part of you to make your avatar as well, so that there can only be one of you.
It's like that one.
It's very interesting.
Cartoon.
So billions of people are on this thing, and so she ends up joining it, and then she sings in the place and becomes really popular, but nobody knows who she is. But there's a thing. The Beast is there also causing havoc because he's fighting and everything. And one of the things to control people is that they can unveil who you are in real life.
Oh wow!
And so she helps out the Beast, but it's such a bigger story. You're finding out what's going on with her, what's going on with the Beast, how she helps, and her singing. There's music in it. It's such a beautiful. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, if I cosplay, I want to cosplay as Belle because I love what her character does. I was crying. It was so emotional. It was about like really being true to yourself and allowing yourself to love and helping others. I can't get into all of it because you're gonna be surprised.
True to your heart, because when the heavens will part and baby shower you with my love, open your eyes, your heart can tell you no lies. Because when you're true to your heart, I know it's gonna lead you straight to.
What was that last line though?
I forgot.
It was from Mulan at the very end.
I know, but I just wanted that last word.
Mulan.
You said the what? Last what?
That last word. Gonna lead you straight to
me.
Okay. Okay, I got you.
And Stevie Wonder was killing it on that harmonica.
Seriously.
Okay, yeah. So it was written and directed by Mamoru Hosoda.
Oh, I've never actually heard of someone actually called Mamoru. I thought it was only in Sailor Moon.
Yes, and I'm not gonna lie. I really wanna hear the Japanese version now because the girl who did the music for this one, and she did the voiceover because they did the same thing in the Japanese. Cause she kept crying. She's like she loved the music so much that she was crying. And they got it's such a touching. So I don't know what it is about anime. The Japanese people, they able to just capture your heart. I don't know what it is about the medium.
That's the thing. I feel like in one episode,
in this film,
I really
so
want us to
beautiful.
just analyze Bollywood movies and what is it about them, and then also analyze anime, what is it that they do? How is it that they just get you? Because they really do. They just be getting all your hot strings.
Yes, they rile you up, and then some of them the fighting one also they do when they want to be violent and scary and disturbing. They can do that too.
Yeah,
that's why I can't watch certain
finally
ones.
watched, unfortunately, only the first season of One Punch Man, and I'm like, where is the rest of it?
One Punch, yeah.
And I didn't know that Fruits Basket had more.
Wait, what?
I didn't know Fruits Basket had more than the episodes we watched. There was a bunch more, and I was like,
well, if you really, it's not like there's a bunch more. It's just that they changed the
more
way
than I saw.
They the new one, the 2019 one, has a better. But I also heard people didn't like it because they didn't show the feelings that. In the first one had. Yeah. The first one had the two main characters. They had emotions towards each other. But in the second one is very cold. So you're why would they even want to be together? So people have a lot of things that are going on for the Fruit Basket.
Are you saying they remade it?
They remade it, redrew it, because if you watch it, the drawings are different. But then the storylines also cut a little bit because people, I don't know why, but it's he goes straight back to the other girl.
Oh no!
So yeah, people complain about it too.
So I would have to go see because I love Fruit Baskets and I wanted to go back and watch. But then I was watching it in English and I was just like, what did I like about this? I was trying to rewatch it and I was like, what did I like about this?
But people said they like the older one better.
Because Mom woke up and then she was like, what is this? And I just took it off because I didn't feel like
my mom only likes Korean dramas.
She's like, yeah, baby, are you watching cartoon? I'm like, Mom, no. But anyway, they wouldn't get into it. But I'm telling you guys, Belle, I highly recommend. I remember I saw the trailer a while ago when I was surfing through HBO Max, and I was like, what is this? So it was always on my radar, but I just decided to watch it, and I'm so glad I did. I will show you guys a trailer. We're gonna watch a trailer of that too.
Okay, sweet.
Together today, so y'all can see it. And maybe I can convince you to watch it when we get home. But it's such a beautiful. I'm blurting out so hard on this movie that
Yes, she is.
We got so much
I
stuff.
love it.
Speaking of, Bola hasn't watched it yet, but I recommended it to her. Shawshi, have you seen Ranking of Kings?
Oh, I was looking for
what's
that.
that?
Where can you find that? That's why I couldn't find it.
I watched it on Funimation, but they're rolling it into Crunchyroll, so I think it
Oh,
should be on
I don't have
Crunchyroll
either,
because I
though.
watched it on the
Crunchyroll.
1 week trial and just powered through all of it, and then I was done.
I have Crunchyroll.
You have Crunchyroll. You pay for Crunchyroll?
Let me not talk online.
Yeah, it should be on Crunchyroll though.
But it's on Crunchyroll.
But you
what
should
Crunchyroll?
watch Ranking of Kings. It's so good.
I've heard about it too, though. I hear about it too.
Yeah, check it out.
'Cause I have a lot of artists that I
that's
like
my
to follow
poster
and they
right
get drawn.
there that I bought from
poster.
BlerdTalk. I'll show it to you after.
Okay. So
Yeah.
you guys, we're gonna post all these trailers in our show notes.
KinnPorsche the Series, thank you.
And my sister goes hard for those Thai BL dramas. All the BL dramas, honestly.
Also, Koreans are not doing good. South Koreans are also doing good BL dramas. Thank you very much.
Speaking
But they
of
need to
BL,
be longer.
I saw also a trailer at the end of RRR for what is it, Uncoupled, and I was like, this actually looks like it might be good. I'm like, check this
Uncoupled
out.
is a BL drama, right?
It's like, well,
It's a
yeah, 'cause
Korean
it's
drama.
Neil. No, it's live action.
Oh,
it's with
it's
Neil Patrick Harris.
Okay.
Like, yeah.
I didn't look like that much.
that
I
one that you
wasn't
told me
sure.
I should
We were
watch.
both looking at it because I knew it was like the
Yes.
gay series.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
series. But because we thought it was a movie, and then you're like, it's a series, you're like, nah, never mind.
I don't know,
That's what
because,
you said.
America...
No, you were like, I ain't trying to get into more series. That's what you said.
Because I'm watching 7 right
But
now.
see, I can get into the Netflix series because the Netflix series, I can't. It's hard for me to get into a series that's got like 8 seasons and each one's 23 episodes.
Oh my gosh.
But Netflix series, it's like, yeah, I can take a day. I can take a Saturday if I don't have anything else going on and get through all of it in a day.
I'm trying to get back into Naruto, but it's getting hard.
Yeah, I love it though. I really want to get back into it and finish it.
But I can't watch it in dub because I don't like it. Because believe it, I can't hear that.
I know.
I just can't hear
I know.
it. I'd rather hear it in Japanese than to hear it in English.
I started
Believe
watching it. I didn't finish because like I watched it, honestly.
so much Naruto.
I'm usually a subtitle person, but in your old age, you're
Yes.
Sometimes you
I
get
can't,
tired.
and it's nighttime. I don't have time to
Yeah,
be reading right
exactly,
now. So let me
exactly.
just put it in dub.
That's why I appreciated the Belle being in English. I was like, okay, good.
Oh,
Because
no,
I was already sleepy, but I woke up to watch it.
I'm the opposite. I can't do dub too much.
I like
And
it.
I
have
don't
to
usually
see it.
like dubbed. My preference is for subtitle. But some people, you really want them to see something.
Oh my gosh,
But
yes.
it's like a barrier for them. Because like my mom, I wanted her to see, what was it? The Korean one, the movie.
Was it Parasite?
Yes, Parasite. She's like, is it dubbed? I'm like, no. And Hulu did not put a dubbed version out. And I
Yeah.
finally convinced her one day. It had to be early in the day because she wasn't about to be watching something some night late at night. And she finally watched it. But it's like, I appreciate it, but I understand how for accessibility, for some people to see really great work, that you need to sometimes dub it.
Yes,
so
that's
that they
true.
can see
Otherwise,
it.
they won't. Because some people are just like, I don't want to do
Yeah,
something.
and
Some
some
people
people
are not
don't
as
fast.
like.
Yeah.
Some people are not as like receptive to other cultures and
Exactly.
languages and
And like
stuff.
Squid Game, that would have been
Oh my
such a
gosh.
tragedy if she had not seen that. 'Cause
Oh my
she's like,
gosh.
oh my God, this was awesome. But she
My mom
wanted to
hated
watch
it.
it, dub.
Mommy
My
couldn't
mom couldn't
watch.
watch it. She couldn't watch it because of the killing and
Which
everything.
is is weird because we watch Chinese dramas like killing demons and stuff, and she
Mom
watched
be
it.
just
But my
tripping.
mom likes everything I watch, not everything Bala likes.
Exactly. That's what I like. Anyway, this is not about
It's
airing our family
favoritism.
problems.
Favoritism. Thank you.
You are the favorite, and I'm pissed off about
Thank
it.
you,
Whatever.
Jesus. Thank you, Jesus.
Anyway, so let's get into again, we're talking about Kin and Porsche, Sandman, and then Belle as Blerd Out. You over there growling, and I'm trying to
I'm
be
saying
the Okay, guys, we're going to. I can't. Carness.
Yeah, 'cause you know how a lot of people can do the Wookiee sound? I can't do it. I
do
can
the
only make a
rolling
growl
R's.
sound.
I can't do it.
I can't roll.
It sounds like I'm
It sounds like a bird, like an owl or something.
or goggling water.
Yeah, that's what I can do.
Thank you. That's gonna do.
I can only do guttural sounds, but
And I
rolling the
can't
R's.
roll. I can't roll my
I
R's.
chose-
I have to make I have to do the gargling to roll my R's.
I know, me too. I don't know. I
I'm
can't
not
do
going
it.
to try. I'm not going to try.
So we are talking about RRR, y'all.
Which
So,
I'm the one that recommended because I've been telling my sister all day, every day for the past 2 months.
How many times?
I have
you,
watched
Shawshi,
RRR
because this
5
was-
times already, and I have watched it 2 times in one setting, so that
This
means
was such
6 hours.
Fire! I
Thank
was like,
you.
you know what? Initially, I was slightly disappointed because it got like an hour and a half in the movie, and I'm like, I don't see no songs.
Oh my God, yes. At first, I was quite shot, but then you
But
get to that beautiful
we got
song.
like what 3, and I was like, okay. You know what? This is an awesome movie. Even though part of the reason I watched
I know,
Bollywood
and
was
I'm
with
gonna lie,
the
some
music.
people,
Yes.
that's some people's qualm with Bollywood. They're like, some people don't like that they have too many songs, but
Which,
that's the fun of it for me. I'm sorry, bump y'all.
If you watch the new ones, they actually have short in
less
their song,
songs.
and
They
they
have
actually
less.
just leave it to the ending of the
Yeah.
credits to have the songs.
And I'm like,
No, I
well,
don't like
apparently Bollywood is not for you if you don't like the songs. You just don't watch them then.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If you can watch musical,
She got
Let's
extra
Be
turn
Wild,
up.
you can watch that one.
I'm sorry, I feel very passionate about it because I love Bollywood. I love musicals.
Like
so
me.
the fact that y'all want to cut the musicals out of me, you don't like Bollywood,
Oh my God,
then, so just don't watch it.
It's not like if you watch one movie. I watched one Bollywood
I'm sorry,
movie.
Sean. Wait, Whitney just got extra hype for no reason. No, it was for a reason, but I just love how hype you got.
It's justice.
Bollywood,
It's seriously.
musicals.
It's supposed to be that way.
Yes.
They like 4 triple. What's it called? Quadruple track or something like that.
Yeah, because they don't be singing themselves.
I heard they can sing too. So thank you.
Some of them
Share
can't
Khan,
sing.
I love you.
Some of them can sing, but they do have
shut
playback singers. But they are triple that they can dance. They have to be able to dance, act, and at least lip sync. Okay, that's a skill.
That's a skill.
Shoot.
And then
I be
even
getting
in the
winded just
rain-
trying to dance and sing.
Oh
In
my
the
God,
wind,
yes.
as we was watch the Lizzo thing, it takes a lot of action to look at your mark, stamina, and then in the wind and your hair blowing. They know how to do
I
it.
would be blurting out about that Lizzo. Watch out for
yeah.
the big girls.
That was
oh
a
my
beauty.
God.
That
We
made me
had
cry.
extra time. I'll be blurring.
Yeah.
Me as a family, we like totally, me, my mom, my sister, we totally binged it for like a whole day.
It was-
yesterday,
yeah,
the other day.
my head was hurting.
We
My
should
head
go
was
in the show
hurting.
notes. What's it on? Because I heard of
It's
it,
on
but I haven't
Amazon
watched
Prime.
it.
Amazon Prime. It was
Okay.
beautiful. We watched it.
Yeah.
Made
If
me
I didn't
cry.
say before, Belle is on HBO Max. Yeah.
KinnPorsche. Sorry, I
Where
can't
is
tell you.
Sandman coming on, Whitney? Is it coming on
Netflix.
Netflix? Okay.
Yeah, it's
cool.
already
We always
out.
have to let our
I think
listeners
it
know
came
where
out
stuff
maybe
is
yesterday.
Because I've seen it on some posters about it. Anyway.
Yeah, I think it just came out yesterday.
Oh, maybe we should.
I don't know. Maybe we should check it out. But again, I'm gonna watch a trailer first because I don't like too much dark stuff.
Oh, that's
Whitney
true.
likes dark stuff.
Yeah,
like
you
dark
know,
stuff.
I'm the person who always usually likes the villain. Like once upon a time, I was like Team Regina.
Seriously.
No, I'm just saying. I just don't always like dark stuff.
Villains
Villains
was getting annoying
villains are
anyway.
usually more
What's the
complicated
what's the first
characters.
One? What's the blonde one?
Which blonde one? For
And
what?
the main character
For what?
for Once Upon a Time.
Oh, Emma.
Oh, Emma.
Yeah, she was getting annoying. I like Regina anyway.
Oh, but then the season where she turned into
fine,
Rumpelstiltskin's
but yeah, I
character,
always
that was
liked
cool.
Regina
But that,
better.
You know what? I stopped watching after that.
You should go
I
back.
stopped watching after the. Oh man, when did I stop watching?
I only didn't watch the last season where they like went
I missed
and
like
then her
2 or
son
3
grew up,
seasons.
and
Oh, yeah,
that's the
boom,
only
that's
season I
the
didn't
season I
watch.
don't know.
Yeah,
The
I
son
was
grew
like,
up.
I
to
miss-
me, their ending is the 7th season. I was like, that
feel
extra
like they
season was
just
trash.
dragged it. They
I
dragged
don't
it.
think they should have done it, and I didn't watch it because I was like,
Yeah,
I
there
don't
were
think
But
they
I
need to do
did like
seasons
it when she
anymore.
turned bad though.
That's what I'm saying. That's like season 5
that
or
was like
7
her
or
best.
6.
Her like
That
when
was
she
my
was the
last-
evil
when she
queen,
was the dark
dresses
one.
and stuff. I
It
was
was
like,
awesome.
get
She
it,
was-
girl.
When she was the dark one, it was
Get
cool.
it,
It was
girl.
cool.
They were so cool.
Okay,
And
let's get
initially,
back
when
to
it first
RRR,
came
y'all.
on, I also liked Rumple because I was like,
He was funny. It's like Loki, you know.
yeah.
No, let's not get into Loki,
Because
y'all.
I do like Loki.
Loki's
Like the
annoying.
series, I was not fond of. I didn't dislike it, but it's
I
just at the
dislike the
bottom for me.
series.
Yeah. Yes. I'm
I
sorry.
just
Loki's
like
number
the
bottom
number-
of all the
I only
series.
like the King episode. Like I only
Yeah,
like the King.
King episode
No, I
was
only
the-
like the King section. I don't
To be
care for the
honest,
whole series.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Otherwise,
That's
it was
true.
just kind of okay for me.
I don't like a series where I'm waiting. I don't like watching something where I'm waiting for it to end.
Also,
I don't
if
like
you
that.
really look at it, they made changes because Loki's supposed to be gay. Thank you very much.
Okay, Shawshi, let's.
Well, it's in the comic book. He was. They made it. It's true.
I
was
in the
reading-
mythology, Loki has children. Hela is actually one of his children. When she actually called Hela in the mythology.
Girl, you need to read more comic books, girl.
so-
we're not talking
like-
about. We're not talking about the mythology.
You can't really depend on that as
Thank
your
you.
reasoning because I mean you look at like Zeus and Zeus was like a eagle when he procreated with somebody. He was
yes.
a swan. So
Yes.
it's like to say I'm like
He was
if you
going
procreate
everywhere
with
in all
animals,
animals.
then I mean
Shoot,
I don't think you
girl.
need to be
Okay,
male
let's
to
go back
female
to
to get this.
Bollywood. Let's go
Okay,
back.
oh,
We're taking a
that's
big
fine.
tangent.
That's also why Xena is a better
Whitney,
series than
let's-
Hercules
oh my God,
because
yes. Okay, sorry.
villains are just a lot of the ones that I like. The villains are more.
Xena was awesome. She had
Yes,
the best
more
villains and the
dynamic.
best storyline.
Yes.
Sorry, I love you, Ryan
Storylines.
Gosling. Young Hercules was awesome, but to be honest, really, Hercules wasn't really a good person. To be honest, he was a beater. He beats his wife.
Oh,
Oh my God! We're not talking about light beating now. Let's get back to RRR. Okay.
Okay.
Xena,
All
you're
right.
awesome.
So
Yes, Xena's
RRR.
awesome.
Yes, we love Xena. RRR
I can't do that
was
little note thing. There you go. Whitney knows what she's doing.
Remember? Oh my God!
What was it? Shark bait. Hoo ha ha.
Oh yeah, we had to get. And in college, me and her made a.
I remember this.
We made a fraternity, and then we
Sorority.
had sorority. Excuse me. Yes.
Phi Eta Mu.
Phi Eta Mu. Like I ate a pie. It was one of our things.
Oh my gosh.
Phi Eta Mu, and we were like shark bait symbol, shark bait hoo ha ha. And then that was our sound.
Oh my god.
And we actually, one of the funniest things we did was like we pretended we used our fake name to take over one of the common rooms, and then we just like had a good old time and watched Brokeback Mountain. It was so funny. We were just having a good old time in that room.
Movie to watch.
Oh my god, man, we had a good old time pretending to be a fake
I can't
sorority.
get enough of you.
I just can't quit you.
Oh my god.
But it's so funny. I don't know which comic it was that made fun of that movie. He was like, you couldn't understand a thing that Heath Ledger was like.
It's so true though.
I
It's
know.
so
The
true.
mumble.
You couldn't.
Y'all, we need to get on the topic. We ain't doing
my
too
bad,
much
my
in this
bad, my
episode.
bad.
We having a lot of fun. Y'all, we having a lot of fun. I hope you're having fun too. Anyway, okay, so RRR was directed by S.S. Rajamouli. And so he's like a really famous director. He mostly actually does Bollywood films, but then he was like really taken and he wanted to do a South Indian film in another language, and so he was like really like, I'm about to do this. So and then he also wanted to do like a so this is historical fiction, you're right, but I call it historical fantasy because it has fantasy elements in it. So to me, Bollywood always has like, honestly, Bollywood's marked by fantasy because sometimes the song numbers take you to like another scenery and all that. They take you out of it to just kind of accentuate or amplify the feelings of the person. So when they especially the love scenes.
Automatically make something a fantasy because any other musical that's not a fantasy just because they break out into song and dance.
No, that's what they would call it. Like you guys might studied Bollywood, but they would call it fantasy at times. So they have those fantastical moments, and they're like, not everybody's breaking out the Bollywood like dance numbers. Not all of them are, because some of them are just like we at the wedding, because there's always a wedding in a Bollywood movie, and we dancing right now. Or they tell the story through the weddings, through the musical numbers, not the wedding. Excuse me, through the musical numbers. So, but sometimes they just take them out. So you know. They just sometimes there's a Bollywood scene where there's always a couple like on a mountain with snow and everything. You're just like, now you know she would not be wearing no sari.
Mahupatan.
And they're just in a beautiful scenery. How y'all alone right here in this little body of water? How y'all alone in the desert? How y'all alone on this little bridge? Like it's fantasy for them. Oh my god, yes,
that's like what
I like it.
Mostly Shadi Korogi.
When you said the desert thing, it made me think of, I can't remember which one it was with Shah Rukh Khan. And he was out
probably
in the desert.
Probably gone.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. No, I think it was a different one. He was like, you spill my bud that my body works so hard to make.
I don't even know which one it is.
Is it Om Shanti Om?
I love Shah Rukh Khan.
No, it wasn't
Is it Om Shanti Om?
It wasn't that one.
I don't know that. Was it Raw One? Did you watch Raw One when he was a robot?
No, it wasn't that.
No.
I don't know where that came from.
I can't remember either. I can't remember which one.
But was he in
was it Shakti? Did you watch? You watched Shakti, where the girl was trying to get away from that family?
Oh no, that one.
I feel like it wasn't, but it was probably slightly similar to Shakti.
If not, it could be Devdas.
But anyway, it could be Devdas, but we don't know.
No,
you know what?
Accept that.
Okay, I'm getting Shakti and Devdas mixed up. I think maybe it was Shakti then.
Yeah,
okay, yeah, because that one
like
he was smoking in that one.
Because he was like a crazy like village character. Like,
I think
he
it was
Shakti. He was like a guest star in it.
Yeah, he wasn't like the brooding person. Because then Devdas, he was like a very brooding alcoholic.
Well, Devdas, he was the main character, but Shakti was just him and Asha Rai were just guests on the show.
Oh, okay.
It was I think it was Shakti.
Yeah. Okay, so guys, tell me what do you guys like so much about Bollywood films? What is it?
Oh my god!
Both of you tell me.
Well, that's a big question.
It is. I mean, I already told you one. I love musicals.
Yes.
So the fact that they have like the
Y'all
song
know.
and dance numbers, I love that about them. But there's something, which is why I said I really want us to have an episode where we just almost like do an analysis of the period. They bring so much emotion. Like I was tearing
it's
up
not like
twice
American films, a
in
Hollywood
the
film.
movie, and I'm just like, something about it just like really touches you, and it's hard to put they don't like beat you over the head. It feels natural.
Yeah, exactly. The
I don't know
emotions
if
is
it's something
like
to do with the white culture or culture of Africans too, or like not Africans, cultures of Asians and Africans, as opposed to Western culture, Eastern cultures. It's just different. Like the emotional draw and pull. Like I totally get you with it, because I was like, why am I crying? I always I don't cry at a lot of Hollywood or American films,
exactly.
or Western films.
I just thought of something.
Maybe they are not
emotionally. Maybe they give you enough time, because you think about it. RRR is 3 hours.
It's 3 hours
so you
long,
have
so
enough
you're
time
investing
to to like
develop
really
more story,
to develop a connection to the characters, so that when stuff happens, like when he saw him, and he decided to change his mind. No, I think it was the first time I cried. I think was like when he was dying, and he was like trying to like the thing, and I cried then. And then when he like was trying to save Beam and Molly.
Oh yes.
And then he like thought he was trying to attack Molly, and he hits him over the head. I was like,
no, he's actually trying to help you when they had a gun behind, but he's actually trying to shoot the guy behind.
Yes,
him.
that was such a joy.
And I like cried because I thought that was going to be the end of the movie. Because sometimes Bollywood will fuck you up.
Yes,
like
they will.
Also, it's like what they call that word? They always say
intermission.
Intermission. Yeah.
Yeah, they always
or like
have intermission.
It goes black and then boom. It's just like Lord of the Rings when they had like seven endings.
And you know what? Maybe I just thought of something. A lot of American movies, like, they will not let you have like a bad ending, but like with traumatizing things, like I think it was, I don't know, it wasn't Bot, it was something else you had me watch, and of course Devdas too, where it's like it ends so sad. You're like, what have you done to me?
Yes, you got
so you're like, they were like,
love
we
their
will
tragedy.
end it in on a tragedy.
Asians
So you're
love
like,
their tragedy.
Seriously, I'm like, he could seriously, an American movie, like, he not dead, but this is America
love happy endings. We love
American
happy
loves
endings.
the neat noble. I think that's the West culture, but the
like
Asians, Africans, they love their tragedy.
Oh my gosh,
I love it,
God,
but
they
I
love
love
tragedy.
earning it because they really earned it. Like you were like, he could actually have been dead.
Pool.
And to be honest, when Beam finally got into like the palace area, and Molly's like, I want to go home to my mom, and he kind of looked at her. I'm like, I think she dead, girl.
Yeah, or when he tried to
when he knocked her out.
I thought she was dead.
I thought she wasn't coming back to life.
Okay, so for the viewers, y'all should just watch. Y'all know better. Watch the film.
Watch the show.
But we're doing some
spoiler zone for every episode.
So this
you guys,
story is about British occupied India. So before the British left, and it's about one Indian. It's about two different Indians. Who end up becoming like, it's about this great friendship. I love a good friendship,
friendship,
bromance movie.
Yes.
It's awesome.
Such an amazing,
not BL, but bromance.
Yes.
So it's about these two Indians. One's actually in the British Army, and the other one is a leader of a tribe.
I don't know if he was a leader. I thought he was more of a kind of like the protector.
He was like a leader.
Oh, I see what you're talking about.
But they call it.
I feel like they had a village elder who was the leader, and he was the person who was supposed to protect people.
Remember when the guy came to warn the British person about this? He was talking about how they have this thing. He was mentioning how they have the lion, the thing. And he was mentioning it. So to me, I felt like he was like the leader because everyone was following him too.
Though I feel like he was the protector.
Okay.
He was a protector.
Because I feel like the village elder was probably the leader.
In all, in culture people, the oldest is still the leader, no matter what you do.
So he was the protector.
He was the protector, basically the shepherd to help everybody protect them. So but he's still listening to a higher person, which is one of the elders anyway. They didn't show that because he has to, but he was sent to get the girl.
Yeah, so he goes undercover as like just a regular shop dude, but the whole time he's really trying to get this girl back because one of the British governor's wives came to their village, and this nice little girl singing that song and put henna on her, and then of course like the British people were doing to every country they went, treating everybody of color like they were nothing or property of theirs, and they're like, oh, I want this. So she just like, I'm gonna snatch this chop from this mom. And she did not explain.
She said, I want that from my mantle. She didn't even say her. She I want that.
That's what I'm saying.
And
like she was like
even the guy
trinket.
didn't want to use a bullet to put it in her.
And
it's like it's a waste of time to put a bullet in that.
And then he didn't explain to the woman that I'm giving you this chump change for your daughter.
It was a couple
pennies,
man.
She did not think. She thought maybe you want to take my daughter to do your thing and you're gonna bring her back. She was like, what? You trying to take my daughter? She ran after that.
I think she thought it was for the singing and the henna.
Yeah,
because the other guy was telling her that
he's trying to give you the
money for the thing.
The translator was
annoying. It was crazy.
I'm not gonna lie, y'all. This movie's gonna make y'all hate white people. Like it's just like watching the black.
It's a Color Purple type of movie. Y'all.
Yeah, where you just hate some white people. You really
it's like what was Oprah's character's name? In Color Purple.
I totally forgot because I was just thinking.
Celia's
the nice.
Ophelia. Lord, don't let me revoke my black card. Let me not say nothing.
But you know, when they did all that stuff to her, this is a very similar scene. It's like you just like
the white people in this were just awful, except for the one woman that Beam liked. So Beam is the protector from the tribe, and like his thing is water. So around him was like there's a big theme of fire and water, which I loved in this thing. And so the other character Rama had a lot of fire. In him. He was everything around him was fire, and then I call it fanciful because they use those elements a lot, and you saw them around them. You just saw them in a more fantastic. They had like more strength, more power, more stuff than you would see in a normal regular Indian movie. So that's why I called it historical fantasy.
And I don't think it's fantasy because if you watch a lot of in Bollywood movies, just like Roddy Rator, he was strong too in it.
No, that was just being able to fight.
No. If you can use your leg to push a guy and he can swing all the way to a car and break the car, that's something no one really can do. A lot of Indian movies have that, so it's not really fantasy. I feel like fantasy is when you see things
mythological
that no
creatures.
one can really
powers and elves and shit. Okay.
That's fantasy. That's mostly this one is just enhancing him to be. Because if you see, they didn't really use fire to do anything.
That's true, but there was around.
It wasn't like fire, water coming to me, and I'll use you too.
Yeah,
because they use guns and bombs to kill the people that they're supposed to do.
Okay, so the main point is that these two people are these two guys are friends.
Yes.
And the one that's part of the British Army, he's been tasked because he's trying to get access. This was a whole thing, like learning his secret behind his story of Rama's character was so far.
Yeah,
so he
didn't even get it until after the intermission.
Yes,
seriously,
he was going undercover because he was trying to avenge what the British did to his family, and like he wanted to get in the ranks.
That's true.
He wanted to get in the ranks so he could access the guns to give it to his people to fight the British. But he had to make sure that he get close enough, so he had to play the part. Which
and he wanted to do it. I mean, he wanted to give the weapons to his village because his village had been trained in fighting, but it was to free all of it.
It was to free, yes, exactly.
The revolution.
It was to fight, to be a revolutionary, but nobody knew. So everyone just thought he was using his power.
Do you remember, what does this RRR stand for?
It was Rise, Revolt.
I think Revolt was on the end.
Rise is called Rise. I forgot the R, the one in the middle.
Let me see.
Because I watched it 5 times in the 5th one, and that's when I actually saw, they actually have the words there.
Yeah.
I just thought you called RRR.
What is RRR?
Rise,
Roar, Revolt.
Yes, there you go.
And this is an action-packed film, y'all. Like, this movie got everything. It's not so much romance, really. It's really not, which is unlike a Bollywood film.
It's still very powerful. I like the relationship
between the two people, the two couples.
It still felt powerful, even without a whole movie being devoted to
romance.
Exactly.
And I felt that Sita?
Yes, Sita.
I thought that her character, even though she didn't have nearly as much screen time, was very powerful. She stood out.
She was, yes.
She stood out, especially when the little part.
Not only was she beautiful, but also, as you know, Alia Bhatt.
The beautiful Alia Bhatt. Yes.
She got a new movie coming out soon too, so I'm gonna watch that anyway. But
and
also,
I can't wait for her
she
baby.
was powerful on screen.
And then her character, after she saved them and saying, "Oh, that person had monkeypox," I said monkeypox, my bad. That she had smallpox. She's saving people, the people, because
the British
was trying to get them to kill them.
Yeah.
But she saved them just doing small things. Even got hurt in the process.
Yeah. So Beam, like I was saying, I didn't finish what I was saying.
Beam.
So the whole point was that Rama was like undercover, and he was tasked with finding Beam, whose character was trying to get the little girl that was stolen from his village back, because they always go after their own. They're like, no, we're getting our little girl back. So he was undercover, but he really had that power. He was suppressing it. He even let these people beat him up, even though he could have taken all of them down. But his whole point was to go in there and he was like, I'm not leaving this chick. And he had developed a friendship between the two, but they didn't know that they were being pit together as enemies. And so when it came down to it, because Rama's like, I had made this promise. I had to do this for my village, for my dad, who the British that came and they like annihilated his village and stuff. I have to do this. So,
and by the way, his promise was to give a weapon to every
person in his village, right? To
fight. I don't know. I think he was doing a revolution. I think it's for everyone
to give them the power to fight the British.
Ourselves too.
Because I'm sorry, the British were going wild in this film. They were doing so much bad.
Because part of
beating
the
them
end,
up,
like
everything.
the thing was him realizing he was like, I don't know that what I'm doing is right anymore.
Yes.
Like doing all this, I've harmed
highlight
the people
moments.
that I'm trying to save and doing this. And he was like, and I'm looking at Beam, and I'm like, Beam has
was his
started a
best
revolution
friend.
In a
without
different way.
using weapons. Like he's turned each of these people into weapons because they revolted.
That part was awesome. That part also made me cry. That song
Yes.
he did with the
He
blood.
said with the song, with just a song.
Oh, it was
Like,
beautiful.
That was an awesome song.
Can I
makes me
just
cry.
say that before? Okay, so the way we saw the introduction of the characters, you just knew that they had so much strength because one. I'm sorry. This is why I was like, I don't know. Okay, I understand that it's not funny, but to me, it's like this is so unlikely in the real world. But the introduction of Rama and his power and like what kind of skilled person he was. That he actually scared the British because he faced I want to say like almost like 500 men were outside this barracks. And then they were like, we need to collect that one person that did something. And the governor's like, get him. And
he
nobody
threw
would
something
do
and
it.
it knocked the picture of King, I think it was King George off of the wall.
Yeah.
So he was the only one. He was the only Indian soldier that went into his people. So he was already like a traitor to them. And he was fighting them all up. And I'm like, this guy was totally surrounded by men. I was like, no way that one person took 500 people down. But he did, and he got the person.
He didn't really take them down.
He just got through them and
He
stuff.
got to the person, but it does show you how much determination he was trying to do.
I know. It was a great
Because
way to open
sometimes
his character.
determination also fuel you to
It was
even
awesome.
do.
Yeah.
I like the scene shocked me.
Yes.
I mean, that
that
woke me
was
up.
just powerful. I was
Watching
like,
her was
damn.
hilarious.
I was like, because I was sleepy a little bit when I started watching it.
And then
Because I was
she
like,
like-
let me satisfy this chick, my sister
Seriously.
here. But then when I saw that scene, I was like, I'm awake. Because that thing shocked the mess out of me. I was like, he single-handedly
And
did
I
that?
also think it's really interesting, like the slight differences between like Rama and
huge.
Beam's
Yes.
power. Because Beam is like raw
water.
strength, but Rama's like resilience. Because you can keep beating on him, and he's not gonna. Well, they both you can keep beating on them;
both
they're not going to go
resilience.
down. But I feel like Rama was more like
He had a
skill.
burn.
Yes.
Like he was like, because you saw he was like when they fought at the governor's mansion. Rama was like punching him and stuff, and Beam was going back a couple steps, but Beam punched him and he went back like 5 feet.
Just like in the move in the song when they were doing Bantu the Bantu song.
The Nacho?
The Nacho or is Bantu the
okay.
title one is Bantu. But if you see the Nacho song, we'll call it. What's his name again? I keep forgetting.
Rama.
He was going to last longer in that
dance off,
but
yeah.
because he saw the girl like
The white
Beam,
girl. The Beam like the white
she
girl.
gave it up, but that tells you in the end, if you really look at it, he could have he was easily going to beat Beam anyway. That just tell you how powerful he was in town.
because
And
he
sexy
was like,
too, you know
oh
what
my
I'm saying?
God. First of all, let's talk about this guy, especially Rama's my favorite.
Rama's my favorite,
He is
so I-
hot.
Rama, as far as like, I mean, they're both good looking in
They're
their own
both
way.
good looking.
But Rama,
Oh my
when he
God,
was
you
doing the
guys should
trading
look
thing
this up.
after he got back and like the bears, I'm like, this is such a thirst trap right here.
Seriously,
Let's get the actor's name because y'all need to see.
I follow both of them on Instagram. Thank you.
Y'all need
But
to
they're
see
married,
how
so
the
tough luck,
sexy-
people.
Y'all need to see this actor. They're both married?
They're both married
Damn.
with children.
Damn.
I feel like, over there in
But I
Indian
mean-
culture, I mean, I don't know for sure, but I feel like it's probably not, it's very rare that you're going to find the bachelor.
Well, Tiger Shroff is single, so Tiger Shroff.
Come at me, Tiger. Anyway.
Well, I'll back off.
Oh,
Hit your question. You're not married anymore, so you can come to me too. Then thank you.
Oh, but speaking
okay,
of, I also want to talk about like
His name is His name is Alluri Sitarama.
Yeah.
And then the one that played Beam was NT. His name is NT Rama Rao Jr.
Yeah.
Okay. Those are the actors
both
that
cool.
play the two main. And then Ajay Devgan, who's a veteran Bollywood actor,
Ajay
was also in
Devgan,
it.
Kojo's wife.
And
I mean,
Alia Bhatt was in
husband,
it.
my
But
bad.
also, you guys, the guy that played one of Thor's friends in the Marvel movies, he played the main villain, the main white governor.
Yes.
Oh.
He's in
That's
Thor.
the guy in Thor. The one that I forget
always
his
eats.
name. The one that eats the big one with the red
snap.
hair. That's him.
That's him.
Yes, I thought it was so cool that he was in this.
I did not even realize that.
Yes.
But I did want to talk about one thing. Well, pretty much in every Bollywood movie, the music I love, but I also liked the theme because, like, in certain parts,
Of
they had
Water
like a
and Fire?
theme that they would play.
Yes.
I can't remember what it
Oh, the
like.
theme
how
music. The one with the song. Dun, 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 dun. That song, like the one the little girl kept on, because they sang it a couple times.
Yeah, they do sing.
I don't know if
The
it was
song
that
she's
one
singing
or
in the
not
beginning,
that,
it's
but
such
there
a
were
cool one.
certain
It's not
powerful
that one.
points or like kind of like
So the
more
score,
subtle
the
points.
score of the
Yeah,
movie.
the score
Yes.
was there was this kind of maybe it's
that's
like
a
the
given.
main score because in a
That's
lot
a
of
given
movies
for
there's the main
Bollywood.
score and they change it up a little bit and play it throughout. I noticed it because it was just
I know
so
what she's
good.
talking
I'm
about.
sorry, but I
think
have to say
know.
this. In Bollywood films, even if the film is trash, the
The
music will be
music is
fire no
awesome.
matter
Yes.
what. I have never seen a Bollywood movie where the music is not on point.
Yeah, Sheila
Even the
was
bad movies,
awesome.
the music is good.
Oh my
Like,
God,
that's
what's
true.
that
you can
movie?
pick a song. You hated Chandi Chop to China.
Oh my God, Chinese Chop.
And I never watched
Chinese
that.
Chop. No, it's not Chinese Chop to China. It's China Express. Sorry,
China
Shah Khan.
Express,
China
yeah.
Express. That movie was terrible.
Terrible, but the song was
But
good.
The song was good.
So,
Shah Khan,
the-
you did your thing, but that's not for him. He's not supposed to do that kind of stuff.
Anyway, but that's my thing with in Bollywood films. The music will
But
be
I
fire.
still
The
got the
score
music
will
on
be
my
beautiful.
Spotify.
All the different instruments, they always combine
Yes.
their traditional instruments, like the sitar and their type of drumming.
Oh, man, I love
with the
that.
strings and all that.
beautiful.
Speaking
always
of,
beautiful.
sorry, this is going to be a slight tangent and also kind of a slight going back into the Blerding Out part. But the most recent thing that came to the Altria Theater was the band's visit.
What's that?
So it's this Broadway. It's a newer one, probably not more than 10 years old. And it's about this Egyptian band. They're like a military band or a police band. And they come to, is it Israel? I think it might be Israel because they're invited to like the Arab something center to play for the people. But they're supposed to go to one city. And the cities have like a very similar sounding name. One is B and one is P. And so they ask at the bus station, can we get a ticket to ba-da-da something? And the person at the train is like, ba-da-da or ba-da-da. And it sounds the same to him. So they go to the wrong place. But it's just really good. But the music, this like Arabic music is just like fire. And
It's
I'm
the
just
different
like,
instruments that they use.
Like the
Yeah.
ones in
The-
Miss Marvel.
it's
That's
some
Yes,
type
and
of
the music
guitar
in-
looking thing. It's
This
not.
is called
that is
sitar.
the-
Sitar.
is this-
I couldn't
That's
tell
their-
the
because
long
like
one.
I thought it might be a sitar, but I wasn't for sure because I was like, it's
That's
just
the long one.
fire.
Yes.
It's a beautiful
Something
instrument.
about and
Yeah.
there's something about like Bollywood movies like it's like a power.
Yeah,
Like, it just
they
gets-
mix them.
it's
in.
like,
It's the drumming.
Yes,
it's the
the
drumming.
drums. It's
Yes.
the drums.
Like I remember, I'm thinking of Om Shanti Om music.
Oh my-
the
oh my
beginning of
God.
that, where they're like, dun, 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 and then she's dancing. Then they're like, dun, 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 and you're just like watching it. And before they go into the, and you're just like, damn, this thing is like that drum just hits you when
It
she's doing the
does.
dancing. In the beginning, Om Shanti Om. That song, kissing. Remember they go like the drum, boom, and then she dances. It's an
Ooh.
Om Shanti Om.
I can't remember that part. I haven't watched it in a while. I need to
which one?
rewatch it.
The dance, one of the songs in Om Shanti Om where you meet Deepika's character, and it's like a song. It's the song kissing. Dun, 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 dun. Before they get into the song, they have this fire drum thing that she dances for. Yes,
When they were playing those different characters, is that
yes.
what you're talking
Y'all
about?
need to watch. Y'all need to watch Om Shanti Om. It's
Shanti
And
awesome.
then I
Om.
like think back to
I mean, on
what is
Netflix.
it? Yeah.
What was that? Whitney? What was that?
No. Re Piya.
Re Piya.
And then they got the drums through.
It's such
Yes.
emotion, and also the singing, the way they sing in Indian culture, the way they sing, you just like, yes, they like do like a
London Dreams will
yodel.
show you very well how
I
that
don't wanna
looks.
call it a
London
yodel.
Dreams is very
What
good.
would you call it? But it's like this kind of.
Almost like a-
They say it's an octave that's out of this world.
Elation. I don't know how do you pronounce that word because it's
Vibration. It's not vibrato. It's not.
ulation or something because they say the same thing about like the Xena thing like it's that.
Oh my God, yes.
Yeah,
It's like I don't know how to say
the-
I don't know how to say the word, but something that I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's so beautiful because they're like,
The scats.
they can just sing. They can make a song off the.
Oh my gosh, yes. I watched this little
Yes.
boy do that.
And I'm just like, I love it.
But it is.
It
And
takes me out every
that's
time.
That's probably part of it. I guess maybe, and I don't know if it's just a human thing, but something about like that drum thing just gets you. It's
Synth
like
Fire
Yes.
drum. That's why I love African music.
It's just
Because
in your
we have the talking drum in our culture, and then the drums in African music is just
When you play
It's
those
the
drums,
best.
it's because it's talking to you, as they
like
say,
they're
talking
saying
drums.
something. That's what they call it like that.
So
Yeah,
it's
but
talking to
the
you, and
drumming
it
is
just
amazing.
gets everybody in like. You just get people crazy now.
I think that's part of why, like in Black American culture, HBCU bands, the marching bands. That's why everybody's like fire. It's like F this football team, but let me hear the marching band, just like in drumline and whatnot.
Oh,
and it's
yeah.
the drums because there's something about
The
the drums,
drummer.
and it's just like it's culture, and I think it comes from like our roots, African culture. But it seems like it applies to other cultures as well because you look like Indian culture. Maybe it's just the whole tribal thing.
I
Maybe
think so. It could be.
everywhere,
The drums.
because it seems
Percussion.
like Yeah.
It's true.
Anyway, let's go back to the movie. So, one of the things that I was like, besides, I guess because every time I see a movie where the British people went to a certain culture region and oppressed the people and overdid and just. They're always evil, like always. And I was just like, they're responsible for so many things, so many bad things, colorism, all this racism, everything. And I'm just like, why do they always go everywhere, oppress, and like devalue the people? I'm not gonna lie, it infuriated me the way the white people were portrayed in this. But that's what they did, and that's how the people saw them, because they were just doing the most heinous thing.
It was terrible.
They just took that woman's daughter like she was not like, no, this is my daughter, not yours.
Like, this is a person, and I remember
they locked her up. How you gonna lock up a child? Like, come on.
And I remember, like, at one point in the movie,
Beam is like,
Beam is like, do white women not have daughters?
Yes. Do they not have
feelings? Why do they not realize the pain they caused?
The whole time. So they only brought her out anytime she wanted to do a party.
Basically,
and then they locked the child up
clown.
like she was a caged animal. I was vexed like crazy.
Yeah.
That's one thing to be
just
evil
so
to another race, but to a child of that race, I was vexed like
That's
crazy.
That's why Beam was like, do they not have feelings? Do they not
Beam
feel pain?
Beam was like, I'm getting
my
girl out. He was like, I'm getting her out.
Sorry.
Can I just say the whole scene when the breakout scene?
Wow.
That man brought all them damn animals.
All those animals that he had to train.
And I love the payoff because I was confused because like at the beginning of the movie when they're like trying to capture the tiger, he's like, I'm sorry, I need you for my... And I thought he was going to use like the pelt or something.
I thought so too. I thought.
And then when they have all the animals, like, ah.
And I was like, so he was collecting. And then when you see the guy who was actually talking when he first went to Ram. You see him feeding the tiger, but you don't see him. So you hear something, but you don't know exactly. Like, it's not like a wild animal. So why is he keeping? And then all of a sudden he just roll out with all his animals and everything, and it was like, wow.
This is dedication. This was a larger than life film. Like there were so many scenes, so many action. It had comedy too.
Yes.
The bromance song
was beautiful.
I love the scenes where they were becoming friends.
Yeah,
and you're like,
it was a very nice montage.
And honestly, it felt like Ram was so lonely and by himself, and like he was also disappointed because after he risked his life fighting those 500 men, he still didn't get risen up in the ranks. And so,
like he's supposed to.
Unfortunately, I just was so sad about how it had to pit them against each other.
Oh my god!
At the end, but it was like once we found, because I'm not gonna lie, when I saw that before we knew what was behind Rama, I was so mad at Rama. I was like, Rama, you trash right now.
Because I was like, is it gonna be like because Beam dies? Is he gonna have a change of heart? Like,
I thought when you first watched the movie, I watched the trailer of the movie, so that's why I was already.
And then the time where he had to hit him, and I felt bad for him because he had to whip Beam and whip him so badly because the lady was like, I don't see blood. Oh, and then he's not kneeling down.
And I'm looking at her the entire time like, this bitch.
That's why I love the way she died. I love the way she died.
It was justice.
I was like, yes, get that house blown up on your ass. Like, oh my God. And I love that her husband just found her like...
And crying.
So the main governor was just like, I'm looking above my wife.
They took everything
and then
down.
He's like, and I was like, you deserve that, bitch.
Seriously.
You deserve that.
It was crazy.
Oh my God, yo. It was just... And then when we finally realized the story behind his family, and then the fact that the governor learned, okay, so you're not really one of us. They put him in such the smallest cell I've ever seen in my life in the ground. So
that was after he was already into another cell before that.
Yeah, that was like 2 days before he was supposed to be executed.
They put him in the cell and they were like, "Oh, we're giving him only food once a week, and it's not even that much food." But when they saw him, he was still getting buff and good looking still.
So they always like to show. I'm not gonna like.
Speaking of, I found that to be a little bit of a plot hole because like when Beam had Rama on his shoulders when they were escaping, it was because like his legs were all effed up and stuff. But then he's firing arrows, and I'm like, he's standing up and running. I'm like, okay, so what happened? And
it's because they put those things on his the herbs on his legs.
Okay.
They wrap herbs on his legs and everything. So they knew what would help more because
that helps.
Beam was doing all the stuff.
I was like, wait a minute.
Just like he did with the vapor on the snake bite too. Yeah. They knew what to do.
Oh my God, that part was scary. So deep. Like that's how much Beam loved him. Like he was trying to do, but still trying to save his life. And then Beam, that part must have been so. I feel bad for Rama actually at that part.
I did.
Because Rama was like, no, not you.
He was so upset, but he was still thinking, okay, I have to take you down.
Not my friend.
He was like,
I don't want to take down my friend.
And it makes you
Makes you think of sacrifice.
Sacrifice.
Yes.
And it makes you think of people like spies and stuff, like how lonely, or undercover people, how lonely
they are.
that has to be. Like,
It
you have
also
to
makes
go.
you think of the freedom fighters. See, because the director, I saw an interview. The director was like, he wanted to do a film about the different freedom fighters, and he's like, even though this is fictional, he was like, there's a couple of them that met each other at certain times, and they were involved in all this fighting the British and doing all these things, and it was very interesting. I remember even in the Kamala story in the what was it
Ms.
called?
Marvel?
Miss Marvel, they had talked about, because the partition was the British messing up their whole thing. So they're like, okay, we're leaving India now. We're not going to deal with this. But okay, y'all Muslims go here, y'all go here, and we just going to split you up to a whole thing. Caused a bunch of problem where people were killing themselves. And I just thought about how, like, they just came in, they after they stuff, and then they were like, we out. They did the same thing in our family's country too.
Yes.
They're
But
like,
I
just
found
throw
it
you guys
really
together.
cool. The very, very ending with the dance numbers and the different people, even though I didn't know who they are.
Oh, those were real
to
ones,
me,
the pictures.
I figured, but to me it felt very similar. It hit me in a way similar to The Harder They Fall, where because I've seen these pictures and I've seen this movie, I'm like, I'm interested to go and look up who these people are.
And what they did.
And the fact that they had like 2 or 3 women, I was like, come through.
Exactly.
Especially when with the patriarchal culture that India has. But the
I was
women
like,
were doing stuff too.
Seriously.
Yeah, but I just thought that was so cool, and it was very well executed. Where it's like, even someone of another culture, it's like, this movie was so good. I'm interested. Who are these people?
Yes.
I would like to know.
They told a story about the one
It
with
made you
the
think
sea,
about
the one
it. The
from the
freedom
sea. One.
fighters.
Saw that one. It's an old one.
Oh, okay.
They have an Indian movie about that one, and then the lady too.
Well, one quality of Bollywood, I told y'all, I studied this in my world history class. So I did a whole deep dive into Bollywood films. So Bollywood films also, like, they reinforce cultural values and are very nationalistic too. But this one was like in a very good way.
Yeah.
But I like the movies we watch, like Toilet and Padman.
Yes,
where they
she watched
really address
Toilet.
the bad things, the bad cultural things in India. You guys got to watch those films too.
Toilet was,
But
oh my gosh.
I like this one too, where they are emphasizing their history, the struggle, and the pride that they felt in these people who were fighting for India to be independent from the British. Yeah.
My favorite scene, again, is with Ram again. This gorgeous man. But my favorite scene in that one is when, you know.
Which movie? This
in
one? RRR?
Yeah.
Okay.
I only saw one movie of him, but I'm going to continue watching him now because I saw him in the commercial. He looked good. But anyway,
He's a fine
this
man.
movie,
Yes, he is.
in the, what do you call it, when he was, Bean saving from the jail cell. Oh my God, when Bean got him back bandaged up and then dressed him in like the original Rama.
The Rama, where he had the hair, the luscious
scene-
hair.
Oh my
the
God, the
luscious
hair. I was about to
and
say
then all of a sudden
something.
you see the
looked
scene
like one
where
of those
he with
Indian gods.
with his thank you. Oh my gosh, he looked so freaking good. It was
He
ridiculous.
did. Oh my
I
God,
loved it,
that
'cause
hair
it was
was
like,
so
if you
good.
ever doubted that he wasn't an Indian, like, because the whole movie you were like, this guy is a traitor to the Indians.
Yes.
But then he
He
came
always wore the
through.
suits and everything.
And they
Speaking of-
changed his
I have a
outlook
question
for
for
that.
y'all, if y'all know. Like, so they said they said something like in the song about Rama. Was that like the statue? Was that
Rama's a god. Yeah.
Rama's a-
Okay,
yes,
I didn't know if
and
he was a
Sita.
god because they said
Sita
the
is a
emperor,
god.
so I didn't know if he
The
was
god.
like a legend, like a
He
human
is.
legend, or if he was supposed to be a god.
Yeah, Ram's a god.
Rama's god. Okay.
One of the gods, yep.
But yeah, but also, man, his voice, Bean. Oh my gosh, it was
Yeah,
awesome.
he had the power, the bass.
Doing at that point, you already knew. Okay, he's well within himself, and he's ready to fight with his people.
Yes.
and he's like, Bean, show him what we need to do. Oh my God, it was beautiful.
It was just wonderful.
The arrows. Oh my God.
They
to
just
be
had some
honest,
awesome
the
scenes in
graphics
this.
in
That
the movie
was-
was so
I'm
good,
not gonna
especially
lie,
at
India's
that
not
point.
known for
and
their
then you
great
see
actors.
the fire open up,
Thank
and
you.
it's like the
Oh, no.
arrow.
Yes.
And then after the arrow comes in, he's there looking all sexy.
This, it was,
Yeah.
oh my God. Just posing in his
Made me
little-
want to do some archery, damn it.
Seriously.
Like, how can I learn how to do this?
Back arch.
Yes, the Bahubali made me want to do some archery
my gosh.
too.
When they
that was
choose-
some good
oh my
fighting
God.
scenes. Anyway, but this movie had so it's just delivered. I have to watch it one more time. I've only watched it once, but I would
watched it
watch
5
it again.
times.
Yeah,
No.
this
It's
is one where I
so
would want to
good.
show it to my mom.
Oh, yes.
It's a good movie. Like it has
I
a
watched
thing
it
for
with my mommy and
everybody.
Mira and the
I even love the
children.
little romance. The white girl helped Beam out because Beam
Yeah.
fell in love with the white girl, which was I was
wasn't quite
surprised they
sure
went that
at
way.
the beginning if he. I mean, I know he liked her. I wasn't sure if he had fallen in love with her, but at the end,
Yeah,
I was like,
in the
them.
end he did, but I think he was trying to be nice to her to get in.
I think
Yeah,
he loved her
agreed.
though.
Not at
I think
first.
he liked
It wasn't
her.
He liked her because she showed interest first.
I
to
think
be
love
honest,
is a
really.
strong word. He couldn't even
I
communicate
think
with
he
her.
liked. Yeah, he liked her. She liked him more. She like
No, I think they both like each other.
They like each
but
other.
also they're
Same
on
amount.
different sides. But what I like was that the white girl that he was like, she was kinder. She wasn't like all the other British people treating them like lesser people.
She was humane. She was like, you can't just treat him any type of way.
And he liked her for that.
She gave him the
Only
plans
issue
for
I
the
have
jail
with
because she
her-
knew that this shit was wrong.
The only issue I have is like she was nice, but then you see this girl being locked up, and why did you not try to do anything for her? That's the only issue I've had with her. It's like, let me get all these toys.
I don't have
Let me
an
get
issue.
I
these
don't
things.
because the British are about rank, and she was a guest in that place. That's not,
But
the
it's
lady
not-
of the
but
house.
They
is
had
in
to have a
charge.
whole
That's
plan,
true.
and they had all these soldiers, and they had the one door that wouldn't open until the other door.
That's
I'm like,
true.
what am I supposed to do?
But then she was also in that high rank too anyway.
No, she
Yes,
wasn't
she-
above the
there was
governor's
an
wife, and that girl was
That's
she
true,
was
that's
belonging
true.
to the governor.
It's
The
all about
governor wanted her
ranking
locked
as well.
up. She's nothing she could do.
Ranking as well. That's
Yeah,
true.
she was like a visitor there, or a guest, or an aunt, or a cousin, or something. So she don't have. They are very much about ranking in
Ranking
British
too,
culture.
yeah,
that
that's
time.
true.
And
I
you know,
forgot
women
about
she
that.
don't
can't
have a whole lot of.
And she don't got no power. She just
So
goes,
it's like, what could she do?
She would
She
just look
can
at her and
do-
be like, why
She's
should I
not
do
like a
that?
Harriet Tubman. So like, where's she gonna
True
go?
that, that's
Where's
true,
she
that's
gonna
true,
go?
that's
She's
true.
also in a foreign country. Where she
And
go?
she, the only thing is because those kind of people, you might not have any sympathy for them because you're part of the problem, but you are recognize that there's a problem and that
Basically,
this
she's
is wrong.
woke.
But you're not doing enough to do anything because you don't have the power to do enough because you can't change your whole
And I disagree
society.
with doing enough because I think she did what she could
She
with
could
what
only
the
do what she
power
could
she
with her
had.
power,
'Cause she
yeah.
didn't
That's
have-
exactly.
yeah.
That's what I feel. Because she didn't have power. She's also a woman in the
Yeah.
British, the
always
British
she was the
And
sign
society
of
at the
fire.
time.
she did what she could. She put herself between
Her
the
family.
abusers and the people trying to abuse other people.
That's true.
'Cause that's the only thing she could do.
Yeah. So and then she did help at one point. She tried.
No, she helped.
She tried
Yeah.
to do what she could.
Even at the end. We can't say anything.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Even at the end, when she
spoiled
gave
it
him
all,
all the
girl.
what do call it? It was nice.
It was nice.
She did
So,
good.
Yeah. Anyway, but
But
all
the
right. So
movie is
are we
awesome.
ready? Any other points to make about RRR?
Let me think.
The music was good.
I was so
Storyteller's
pleasantly surprised to see that the mother was alive because I straight up thought she was dead.
After they knocked her out in the beginning,
Yes.
the little
I thought
Molly's
she
got
was
mom.
dead.
Like,
'Cause,
they-
yes,
when
y'all.
he found Molly in the between the bars in the
Like,
house,
damn.
and she was like, "I want to go back to my mom." And I looked at his expression. I was like, "I think she dead, dude."
I thought she was.
I thought she was too.
I thought she was
knocked her
because I looked at
out.
his expression as well because I felt like he was like, "I don't want to tell you, but your mom's
That
dead."
British soldier knocked her the mess out.
With the
And I was like,
dead wood.
and her head was bleeding out. I thought she was
Yeah,
dead too.
I thought. I mean, splinters,
thought for
everything.
sure
when I
she
got
was
in there.
dead because wasn't her eyes open too? I was like, "She dead."
I thought she was
He
dead.
knocked her out bad, and I was like, it was so inhumane too.
It
But it
was.
was
Oh my
like,
God, it was
I
horrible.
was shocked, and I saw that. I was
That's like the
damn.
first scene you see. The
First things in the
the-
beginning 10 minutes.
When you like, okay, what is this movie going to? And then boom, like, oh my
You like, oh, this is that kind of movie.
This is
Yeah.
what I'm seeing.
No, not
so
the
that
beginning
means it's gonna
10
be
minutes.
worse.
Oh man,
It was like 10. It's 5 minutes a little bit. It was in the beginning.
Okay.
It was in the very
Last thing I would say
Because
was
that's the story where he tells the story.
Okay.
It's like, wow. So
Last
this
thing
is what
I'll
I'm seeing.
comment on is I love the dance number where they were like, the two guys were like, no, let's bring some of our culture to these white people.
Yeah.
And then they
Not to
brought,
my
and then-
my brother.
And you know how Indian, I'm not gonna lie, you have to kind of suspend with your disbelief because you're just like, how do all these white people know how to do the dance? But it was
I feel
funny
like
because
they
they
were-
were
I feel like they
watching.
were learning it.
See it, they
'cause
were,
they were trying to
teaching them.
compete.
At least in this one,
Nah,
he was showing them how to do it, and then they were
Yeah.
looking. To be honest, they
And then
didn't
he
do
was like,
much.
"Oh, I can do this too,"
The
but then he
real
fell
people were
out.
doing the movie
You
were
have
the
to have
two
some
guys.
energy to do some Bollywood
Oh my
dance.
God, that
the way they were
thing-
jumping.
Oh my God,
with
yeah.
such energy.
That
I was
was
like,
some
oh my
cardio.
God, I would be passed out.
Oh my gosh!
If there was a
I mean,
contest doing
and
that
also-
dance, I would be out.
I also love the camaraderie there because when they were all laughing and the black dude on the drums was like, "This ain't
Yes.
funny."
I know,
Exactly.
yeah,
When he was
yeah.
like, with
He was the
these
only
brown
one
bars.
out there with the rest of the white musicians. He's like, "That ain't funny."
Mhm.
Man,
The black dude was like the one black dude that was in this movie.
Seriously.
I was like, I
He's
felt
like, I'm
like
with
we're
y'all.
all over. I was like, "There's a black dude right there."
Exactly, because they were in India too. They brought them over, of course,
Of
from
course.
Africa. Anyway, but I just thought it was hilarious because he was like, I got you on the beat.
And he played that drum.
Anyway, are y'all ready for the rating time?
Yeah.
All right, so we, as you know, give our ratings in glasses.
Oh yeah.
And if you want to give a half a point, you say a monocle. If you want to give a quarter of a point, you say a contact lens. Okay. So, we're gonna let you since you're our guest today, Shawshi. What would you rate this?
Out of 10
rated
glasses.
10.
Out of 10.
Out of 10? I rated 10 shades because you know why? Shades is darker and it was good.
I love your reasoning. I'm gonna give it shades. Okay, you know what? We're gonna do shades right now. This whole
All right.
episode. I'm gonna also give this a 10 shades because this is a fire movie.
Seriously.
I need to watch it again. I highly recommend it.
Yes.
And I'm not gonna lie, like it didn't even watching it, even though it was 3 hours.
You
I
didn't
really
feel it.
did not feel it.
Yeah,
I really
it just
didn't.
it kept moving. It kept like
It kept
was
going.
just.
It was like
It
they
had
actually
excellent pacing. It didn't. It never got
graphics,
so
too.
slow where you're like, okay, it's dragging. Because it's fine for a movie to slow down, but you
Yes.
just don't want it to drag.
Drag too
And
long.
then Indian people are known for having not the best graphics in their movies.
This is
Before,
fire.
yeah.
Before,
even some other times,
they
but
make
now-
a lot of the animations too, though.
But now the graphics
Oh my God.
is
I was
fire.
looking because I was like, this is some excellent
Seriously,
special
it's
effects,
very
special
good.
effects or whatever
So
they
good
did.
in
They're doing,
y'all.
like,
But anyway, this is getting the average is gonna be 10 shades, y'all, because
10
I also
shades,
give it 10 shades.
Yes.
We don't have a website yet. We got a landing page, y'all, by the way. Subscribe to our email list. But when we do put the website up, we're going to change it from glasses to shades for this particular episode.
Yes. And don't
Black
forget to
shades.
follow us, guys, and be checking out our reels, y'all. Be checking out our reels. Support us. Be checking out our Instagram reels.
All
And
right,
y'all see us on all our social medias.
Yeah, people listen to them. They are so funny on this thing. I've been listening to them myself, also on Spotify.
Really?
Yes.
Thank you,
I have to support you people.
And we so happy to have you on the podcast.
I've been
Yeah.
trying to get your butt on here
Y'all
for a long
need, to, y'all need
time.
to check out the reel that Bo did. I think it's on Bola's like personal channel, but like I laughed out loud,
Yes.
Shawshi, when you were like, it's deep.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I gotta get that for you guys.
Yeah.
My purple backpack. You're like, this thing is deep. This thing is deep.
Backpack, yes.
It was, because it's purple. Backpack.
I don't know the
All
rest of
right,
the song.
y'all. We're going to be heading out now. Watch RRR and check out all the stuff that we're talking about in the show notes. It'll be detailed, y'all. Y'all got a lot to watch with this show notes.
Yeah,
this time.
y'all do.
Yeah, but just enjoy it. Enjoy
It's
it.
amazing, you guys.
It's a family
You're
movie
gonna
as well.
love it.
Yes, get your whole family to watch RRR. Sit down. RRR. You
Eat some
can't work on
popcorn,
RRR.
chips.
It sounded like 2 R's for a second.
Yeah, it did.
There's 3 R's, you guys.
It's 3 R's.
Rise, roar, and revolt. There we go.
R, and R.
All right, on that note, we out, y'all.
Bye.
Remember to always blerd out.
Blurred out.
Thanks for listening to our podcast. Please subscribe to our show on whatever podcast listening app you use and share the show with other blurred and non-blurred family and friends. And if you like this episode, please subscribe to our email newsletter at blerdtalkbw.ck.page and also rate and review our show on Apple Podcasts.
Intro and outro music is Twilight by Caption. You can find them on SoundCloud, username Caption spelled CAPSHUN. Show notes by Hanson, audio engineering by Whitney Booker.
And don't forget to get social, you guys. You can email us at blerdtalkbw@gmail.com. And our social media handles on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok is at blerdtalkbw. And our YouTube channel is youtube.com/@blerdtalkbw. And we've got our individual things going on too. You can find the Triple F Queen on Instagram at TripleFQueen as in boy. And my YouTube channel is youtube.com/@TripleFQueenB.
And you can find me, Whitney, at Luminabi Studios, my company, and the email address is wit@luminabi.com, spelled WHIT, @LUMENABI.com. And you can also find me on Twitter at Luminabi Studios.